Good afternoon. Today is Sunday the 19th of May and it is the last day of the Barclays Premier League season. The final day in the football calendar. And as you can see behind me, it is also the last day in the illustrious careers of Manchester United legends Sir Alex Ferguson and Paul Scholes as manager and player respectively. We're watching the opening moments of Gillette Soccer Special and it's just gone 2 o'clock, but soon we're heading out and doing a trip where we will feature all 10 Premier League games that kick off simultaneously at 4 p.m. 370 down, just 10 to go. The Barclays Premier League adventure for this year is nearly over. And what a season it's been. It really has. Every season is great and so is this. It's probably not going to be quite as emotional today as it was a year ago when Man City won the title with virtually the last kick of the final game of the season through Aguero. And that day there was also a relegation place and 2 Champions League spots up for grabs. Today though, 18 of the 20 teams have nothing to play for. The only 2 that have crucial games are 4th place Arsenal and 5th place Spurs that have a double header against the North East clubs and they're battling for that last Champions League spot. Chelsea are as good as certain to finish in those top 4. Arsenal are currently a point ahead of Tottenham with a better goal difference, but they have to go to Newcastle, whilst Tottenham are at home to Sunderland. It really is, it's in Arsenal's hands. If Arsenal win, they're in the Champions League next season regardless. If Tottenham better Arsenal's result though, but no, the one permutation is, if Tottenham win and Arsenal don't win, Spurs win the Champions League places. If Spurs don't win, or if Arsenal win, or both, then it's immaterial. Arsenal will stay 4th. So it's the ultimate battle of North London. But we're heading out now, and we will be back to see the conclusions of all the games. We're going to be back here by about 5:15 to see the second halves. But we're going out for a few hours now to listen to some build-up, feature the first halves, and then back here for the second half and the very end of the season. So let's get going, because it's going to be a great afternoon, I'm sure. Well, we're on our way now, travelling up the east side of the Wirral. Just listen to a bit of commentary from the League One playoff final. At a later point, I will summarise what happened in those playoffs, even though they don't involve the Premier League. As for the Championship playoff final, we will come to that later, okay? But we're on our way. Look at the weather. It was cloudy when we left the house. Now the skies are blue and it's sunny. So the weather has turned out perfect just to make this final day of the Premier League season all the more better. Thank you, weather. Thank you very much. It's going to be a good afternoon today. I can feel it. Indeed. Especially as me, a supporter of one of the majority of clubs with no pressure, nothing to play for at all today, so I can just go out and enjoy the day. Oh yeah. And here we are again, back in exactly the same spot that we stood in 9 months ago. For the circle of Premier League life is complete. It's the last day of the season and it's almost over. For a number of years, I've always come to this spot on the first and last day of Barclays Premier League campaigns. Don't ask me why. I did it 1 year and it became a tradition. And as long as I'm physically able to get here, that tradition will remain. I'm wearing sunglasses just like the ones I wore back in August 2012. The same blue jacket, very similar. I'm in roughly the same spot. The camera is pointing in roughly the same direction, and the weather is just as great as it was on that day, back on the 18th of August. But another Premier League season is coming to an end, and the book is about to be sealed for another year. And it's gone so quick. It's amazing how time flies, but it's over for this season. But we still have one more set of games to enjoy. So come along and join in the fun. Well, this season's Barclays Premier League fixture list is almost over, but there's still 10 more to go, kicking off today at 4 p.m. And they are, in no particular order because I can't remember it alphabetically, as follows. Liverpool versus QPR here on Merseyside. Wigan v Aston Villa in Lancashire. Man City versus Norwich in Greater Manchester. Newcastle versus Arsenal up on Tyneside in the northeast. Swansea Fulham in South Wales. Southampton Stoke on the south coast. West Brom versus Man United in the Midlands in Birmingham. And 3 games in the capital, namely Spurs Sunderland in North London, Chelsea Everton in West London, and West Ham versus Reading in the east. I'm really feeling that end of season emotion now. Jamie Carragher is getting an emotional farewell from Anfield. A guard of honour, I think. Tributes, applause, everything. And what a legend. A guard of honour for Carragher. And here come the rest of the players now. And let's hope Liverpool can go out with a win. And You'll Never Walk Alone is coming up. Let's hope West Ham United can do so. And there's going to be bubbles blowing around the East End any time now. And the music playing too. And all the other Premier League teams are at home, their anthems will play and their musics. So, kick-off just a few minutes away. Everton's game at Chelsea, David Moyes' swan song, is actually on 95.8 FM on BBC Radio Merseyside. But I'm listening to the 1485 medium wave equivalent of the station that has got Liverpool QPR, as I've chosen to listen to Liverpool over Everton today. Yeah, medium wave will have games in the form of 5 Live and TalkSport, I'm sure, but I always stay loyal and traditional on the first and last days of the Premier League season to BBC Radio Merseyside. So let me enjoy You'll Never Walk Alone, and the games will kick off in 5 minutes' time. Oh yeah! A beautiful day for sailing, that's for sure. I'm sitting on the beach, cycling, and all the many other activities people are doing here today. And we're underway at Anfield after an emotional send-off for Jamie Carragher and the beautiful sounds of You'll Never Walk Alone. The game has commenced, as have the other 9 matches on this final day of the season. Let's get to it. Well, let me just show you some of the stunning views here before we make our way off. That's all Liverpool and Bootle over there, just north of Liverpool actually, across the river. And now we're looking north out into the Irish Sea. And you might be able to make out full rows of wind turbines. By the way, Liverpool had 2 chances in the first minute through Coutinho. What a signing he's been. And then looking over here, in the far distance you can see the Welsh Hills. And Liso Golf Club, that is, behind the fence. Anyway, we're just a few minutes in. Let's go. Oh yes. And also, this, you can see, is the North Wirral Coast. And this is going to be included in one of next season's trips. It's a great walk too. Indeed. A beautiful church there, over in Wallasey. But we're going to head down here and walk down this steep path, hopefully without falling over. And we will start by heading across this field towards that pub and beyond it. Well, one thing I love about the last days of Premier League seasons is that there's always a lot of goals, far more than an average typical tally for a weekend. A lot of high scoring games and rarely nil-nils. And it's taken just over 5 minutes to get the first goal of the afternoon today. It hasn't come here at Anfield, it's still 0-0 after 5 minutes. Liverpool comfortable. But the other Merseyside team, Everton, as it stands, Chelsea are threatening to ruin David Moyes' send-off because it's Chelsea 1, Everton 0 at the Bridge. Don't know who scored it. Now, if you've been watching these videos this season, and this is the penultimate episode of the year by the way, I'm sure you'll recognise that that is my car. I'm just putting something in the back seat, and then I'm going for a walk, okay? Bear with me a minute. I suppose it doesn't really matter that Chelsea took the lead, and I've just given away who scored the goal in the process. Yes, Juan Mata it was. We're going to head towards the coastal path now. An ice cream. Maybe on the way back. The only thing I need feeding is football commentary for the next 2 hours. Yes. 10 minutes gone here now, and a couple more goals to tell you about. Again, not here though. Man United are on course to give Sir Alex a perfect send-off. They're ahead at West Brom through Shinji Kagawa. Let's head down onto the beach, and hopefully without falling over. Bravo, we did it. It's a great afternoon. Perfect weather for flying your kite, as some bloke is over there. Nearly Liverpool taking the lead there. But it remains 0-0 after about 13-14 minutes. Still early on in the afternoon. There's a couple more people over there flying their kites. A special day. It's sad that the season's ending and there's 3 months with no league football, but you've got the whole summer to enjoy. Full months of warm weather, hopefully. Yeah, and just to prove that I'm on the beach, sand, real sand, has come from it. There you are. Well, we're heading off the beach now and back onto the coastal path. Okay? But a great day today, it is. Aston Villa have taken the lead at relegated Wigan, and Darren Bent has scored, and he's only playing because Benteke is injured, suspended, sorry. And I'm just hearing that Everton may be able to send David Moyes off happy after all. They've equalised through Stephen Naismith at Stamford Bridge. 1-1 between the Battle with the Blues. 20 minutes gone at Anfield. 0-0. But Sir Alex is definitely going out with a win. It's 2-0 to United at West Brom. I didn't catch the score this time though. We're going to turn right here and cross, yep, and cross the roundabout. Cross over to it, should I say. The goals are flying in as I said they would do, as they always do on Premier League closing days. I've got some more goal news for you. Oh yes! Liverpool take the lead. And I think it's Coutinho on 22 minutes. And the Reds have got their goal. Hopefully towards 3 points to send Jamie Carragher off happy. It's 1-0 to Liverpool. And a nice goal by the sound of it. Yep, 1-0 to the Reds. And they've deserved it. It's been coming, this goal. Great stuff. Game on. Let's cross this river. Let's cross this road now. Just bear with me a moment. Here's an interesting score for you. Fulham have taken the lead at Swansea. Traditionally, they're not very good travellers in the Premier League. They don't win often away from the cottage. But they are travelling well today. But an even more interesting scoreline is one at the Etihad. It is Man City 0, Norwich City 1. Norwich have never won at the Etihad Main Road. They've never won at Man City in the top flight in a league game, so history in the making there potentially. As we come up to the golf course. As you can see, this is just the pitch and putt course. It's an 18-hole one though, and I've had many a good afternoon on it. But not today. Maybe next season I might do it with a football trip, you know. Play a bit of golf, listen to a bit of radio, why not? Wigan won't be in the Premier League next year, but at least they've scored in their last home game. They've equalised against Aston Villa. And up the irons, West Ham United have taken the lead against Reading. For both of them goals, I don't know who scored them. So if I'm not mistaken, just about every game, but the two that matter between Tottenham and Arsenal, those two have had goals. It's still 1-0 to Liverpool here, nearly half an hour gone. Liverpool continuing to apply the pressure. Yeah, Liverpool fans in good voice and good spirits, and so they should be. Here's a view of the first 3 or 4 holes of the course. I've played on it that many times. I know the layout fairly well. QPR nearly equalised then. Thankfully for Liverpool, they didn't. A second goal at the Etihad, and Norwich's long wait for a first league win at Man City is probably going to go on and on and on. Man City level, a slightly surprising scorer though, Jack Rodwell, who's not played many times so far this season. He's from these parts as well, former Evertonian. 1-1 there. And there's been another goal with the Hawthorns. 10 minutes left of the first half, and the champions are playing like champions. It's 3-0 to United. Game, set and match. So 7 of the 10 Premier League games have now had the deadlock broken. It's just the crucial pair between Newcastle Arsenal and Spurs Sunderland, plus Southampton Stoke on the south coast, that are goalless. And I'm a very happy hammer because West Ham are 2-0 up, and Ricardo Vaz-Tay gets our second. Smashing stuff in the East End, bubbles are blowing. Sorry for my lack of impartiality there. And any more goals, of course, I will let you know about. And another view here of the golf course. The 5th, 6th, 7th and 15th, 14th holes, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. If I know my golf knowledge correctly of this course. And this is the 9th hole. Right at the far end, the halfway point of the course. So about 5 minutes left of the first half. Almost back at the car now, and almost half time. About 2 minutes left of the 45.
Well, that goal from Coutinho is involved in.
Yes, it's half time at Anfield. A great half for Liverpool. 1 goal up on QPR. Should have been more. So as we drive home, I will let you know if there were any more goals at the end of the half that we don't know about. Let's go though.
Taken down on the chest there by Cahill.
In fact, we've got the final minute or so at Stamford Bridge in the first half. That hasn't finished yet.
Just 30 seconds of added time remaining at Stamford
Not long to go, as you can hear there.
And Everton have given a really good circle.
Let's go then.
The run of Torres taken down nicely by Jagielka, clips it into the path there of Seamus Coleman, making hay.
Half-time whistle should go before. There it is. Yeah, half-time at Stamford Bridge. It's 1-1 in that match. We're on our way home though. On a sunny day, blue sky day, perfect day to end the football season. At least 1 goal went in at the end of the half that we didn't know about.
Into the penalty area, he's clear. Sebastian Larsson.
Wigan took the lead against Villa right at the end of the half, and it's 2-1 to Wigan in their last game in the season in the Premier League. Beautiful church. So yes, there's a goal for you. 2-1 Wigan to add to the rest of them. West Brom got 1 back against Man United at the end of the half. So 1 back for the Baggies. It's 3-1 to the champions now. So no clean sheet for Sir Alex on his last game, but it's certainly going to be a win for the great man in his 1500th and last competitive match as manager of the Red Devils. Let me just reiterate that it is still 0-0 in the two games that matter between Newcastle United Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur Sunderland. And they're the only games now that are 0-0, because within seconds of the second half kicking off at the Southampton down at St Mary's, there's been a goal. And it's the Potters, the visitors, that are celebrating. Southampton 0, Stoke 1, and Peter Crouch, the big man, has got the goal. So there's a goal for you right at the beginning of the second half. As you can see, if you can see, the deadlock's been broken in St James's Park, and it's Arsenal that have got it. I think it's Theo Walcott, but in any case, it doesn't matter. Arsenal are definitely going to be in the Champions League next season, as it stands, with Spurs still goalless at home to Sunderland. The only goalless game at the moment in that match since today. Oh, there's been a goal somewhere else. We will wait to hear who's got the next goal. But another goal. Stay with us a second after Tomo's finished with his report. There's been a goal somewhere else, and my sunglasses are about to fall off my face there. It's all happening. Bear with me a second.
You always just wonder, don't you, when Romelu Lukaku was on the substitutes bench for West Bromwich Albion. He started on the bench. He's off now, and he's off the bench and on the score sheet, Charlie. Yeah,
there you go. Man United now give West Brom a second goal back. It's West Brom 2, United 3. Any more goals, I will let you know. Norwich have taken the lead at the Etihad again, and they could still be getting their first ever win at Man City. And that is just one of an entire hatful of goals that have gone in the first 15 minutes of the second half. About a dozen or so across all the matches in that period alone. Almost a second goal for Liverpool in the game I'm listening to. Reading have got one back at Upton Park. It's 2-1 there. And when it was 3-2 to West Brom, Man United have just gone up the other end. Very characteristic of them, and they've made it 4-2. And there you are. Man City have got it to 2-2. So Norwich's long wait might be going on even longer after all. Southampton have equalised at home to Stoke. Oh crap. Apparently West Ham have blown a 2-0 lead in the space of a few minutes. It's 2-2. Credit to Reading there. The goals are flying in everywhere. And Sunderland still goals at Tottenham. The only 0-0 game. My arm's about to drop off. Alan McInally getting excited at Anfield, but it's still 1-0. Elsewhere, Villa have equalised at Wigan. It's 2-2. And by the way, it was Jack Rodwell again who got City's second goal. So the youngster from Ellesmere Port originally, which is very close to here, got both. It's turned out to be a frustrating afternoon in North London for Tottenham. They need a goal soon, that's for sure. So, 1 goal at Anfield, 4 at Wigan, 4 at Man City, 6 at the Hawthorns. I've lost count already. That's 9, 15, 16. There's 1 at Swansea, that's 17. 4 at West Ham, that's 21. 2 at Chelsea, that's 23. 2 on the South Coast, that's 25. 26 goals in 10 games already. We're still only just past the hour mark in those games. Is that another goal? Norwich have taken the lead for a third time at Man City. What is happening to their defence? The best defence in the Premier League this season. If they concede any more, they might lose that title to Arsenal. We've got the second best defence. Well, it's all very emotional. Paul Scholes signs up for the last time he's substituted. And Michael Owen has been brought on for his final appearance for Stoke at Southampton. The only other goal that's gone in since is that Man United are on a roll. They've got 5 now, and I don't even know who got the latest goal. I think it was Hernandez. 5-2 on Sir Alex's last appearance. Incredible stuff. As you're hearing, Chelsea have taken the lead against Everton for a second time. And Fernando Torres, the Spaniard, has scored in the last game in charge for his compatriot Rafa Benitez. Also, a big development at White Hart Lane. Spurs need a goal. They still haven't got one, but Sunderland have had a player sent off. David Vaughan's been red carded. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a straight red or 2 yellows, but that's all I know. Less than 15 minutes to go in the 3 o'clock games now. Or should I say 4 o'clock games. The season is nearly over. As you're hearing, Fulham have just killed Sunderland. No, they've not killed Sunderland, have they? I'm losing it now. Fulham. Oh no, oh God, I'm not looking forward to this. Yeah, come on you Irons, perfect. 3-2 to the Happy Hammers. I'm very happy about that. Happy days in East London. Perfect. What I was just going to say was a goal for another London club. Fulham have killed Swansea. Swansea threw everything at Fulham and they've just done them on the break. A beautiful goal. Berbatov fed in by Ruiz. 2-0 Fulham. And Fulham should end with a win after a long run of defeats previously. An 8th goal for the Hawthorns. And it's a 3rd for West Brom. The 3rd United have conceded. They're still going to win though. And farewell to the great one and only Jamie Carragher. Winner of many cups. He's now been substituted. And that's the end of his career. Farewell to a Merseyside legend. Another goal for West Brom, 2 in a couple of minutes. And now Sir Alex's team are only 1 goal ahead. What a nervy finisher the Hawthorns is going to be. And the champions concede 4 goals in a match for the first time. It must be the first time since the 6-1 in 2011. Crazy stuff. That's what final day is all about in the Premier League. Brilliant stuff. The 33rd goal this afternoon goes into Upton Park and more Scouse pride because Kevin Nolan has got a hat-trick for the Hammers and that should ensure victory over Reading once and for all. It's all going off! I think there's been a goal, the Hawthorns have been a goal, White Hart Lane, what's happening? Spurs have got hope, they've scored a late winner and it's him again. One man Tottenham, Gareth Bale FC, he's given them the lead. Now Arsenal will sweat for the next few minutes. It is virtually the end of the 90 though, they haven't got long to hold out. And I think there's been a 10th goal for the Hawthorns which would make it the highest scoring game this season. Surely it's not 5-5. Is that? Oh, I thought there'd been a 10th goal for the Hawthorns.
It is 5-5.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I can see it right there.
Unbelievable. Crazy. And Man United concede 5 in a match and blow a 3-goal lead. That is just absolutely insane. It's just ludicrous. What a Premier League season. What an ending to a Premier League season we're having. It's finished 1-0 Tottenham yet again. That player there won it. Where would they be without him? They could be without him. It's still 1-0 at St James's Park, but there's only a few seconds to go. Most of the games are finished now. In fact, I think all of them are finished except we're just waiting for the St James's Park scoreline. If Arsenal keep that clean sheet, they've done it. And there you go! Arsene Wenger's done it. Very well done to him. Yeah, look what it means to the Gunners, look what it means. And also, Fulham have got a 3rd right at the end, a 3-0 win at Swansea through Manuelson. But Arsenal are in the Champions League next year and Tottenham are not. Wenger has done it again. And he will be the longest serving manager of the Premier League next season. So every Gunner that's made the long trip up north will be singing away all day and all night long on the way home. Arsenal do the business. In fact, except with the exception of QPR that lost at Anfield, the other 5 clubs from London all won. There were also wins for Liverpool and Norwich won at Man City. What a shock scoreline that is. Southampton Stoke is finishing a draw. And I think it's finished at the Hawthorns, has it? Has it finished yet? 5-5. Just unprecedented. And United will finish with exactly the same number of points that they lost the title with last year, 89. Incredible stuff. And that looks like it's it. Disappointment for Spurs. They're not in the Champions League next year, but the Arsenal are. So we will show you the final classified schools and the league table in a moment.
Let's check on what has happened today. Here's a classified results check now with Alan Lamboy.
The Barclays Premier League. Chelsea 2, Everton 1. Liverpool 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Manchester City 2, Norwich City 3. Newcastle United 0, Arsenal 1. Southampton 1, Stoke City 1. Swansea City 0, Fulham 3. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Sunderland 0. West Bromwich Albion 5, Manchester United 5. West Ham United 4, Reading 2. Wigan Athletic 2, Aston Villa 2.
Here is the final Premier League table. Manchester United finished on 89 points. Manchester City, champions last year, runners-up this on 78. Chelsea finished third to add to their Europa League title. Arsenal clinched the final Champions League spot. Tottenham set a club record Premier League total of points, 72. But it's not enough to take them into Europe. In any other season, 72 would have been enough to take them into Europe. Everton finished 6th, Merseyside's top team. 2 points clear of Liverpool, who've run them mighty close at the end, in fairness. And then there's a big gap back to West Brom. They finished 8th on 49 points. Great first half of the season, faded a bit in the second half, but involved in an astonishing 5-5 today. Swansea, Capital One Cup winners, a top 10 finish for them as well. Their best league finish in 31 years, improving on 11th last season. West Ham, promoted last season, have a top half finish. And a lot of people, myself included, who predicted they would be relegated at the start of the season, have been made to eat their words. Norwich finish 11th on 44. Terrific away win for them at Manchester City today. Fulham 12th on 43. Stoke on 42. It was edgy at times for Southampton, Aston Villa and Newcastle, but they all survived. Southampton after back-to-back promotions. Sunderland finished 17th. They've given a good account of themselves today, but have eventually gone down at White Hart Lane. It didn't matter because they were already safe. And as we knew, Wigan relegated on 36 points, along with Reading and Queen's Park Rangers.
And that was the Barclays Premier League 2012-2013 season. The 21st edition in the history of the best Premiership division on the planet. For this season is now last season. It's done. Finished. Finito. In the past. But it's brought an entire bucket load of memories that will last a lifetime and forever be recounted and recalled with thoughts of happiness. And you would think that this is the end of the last video of this season until the end of summer for me. Well, it's not. This is going to be the penultimate video of this series. And why, you ask? Well, we know the identities for 19 of the 20 teams that will compete in the big time next season. However, there is one more team that are yet to be confirmed. In just over a week's time, on Monday the 27th of May, the bank holiday Monday, Watford and Crystal Palace will go head to head in the Empower Championship playoff final, fighting for the ultimate prize, the financial jackpot, a spot in the Barclays Premier League. And on that Monday, I'm going to make another video and feature the entire match and the post-reaction celebrations and welcome them, whichever of those teams it is, in to the Premier League. For the winner will be the 20th and final member into the family 2013-14. So we look forward to that, don't we? But in conclusion to this year, it's over. Finished. 380 contests fought. 20 teams have now played all 38 of their fixtures. And the results? Queen's Park Rangers, Reading and Wigan Athletic relegated. Tottenham Hotspur finishing 5th and getting Europa League place. Swansea, courtesy of winning the League Cup, and Wigan, courtesy of winning the FA Cup, also in the Europa League next season. Manchester City, Chelsea and Arsenal in next season's Champions League, and Manchester United in Sir Alex's swan song season, champions of England for the 20th time. That's it from me for now. See you for the final episode, if you can be asked watching it. I'm now going to take off in an immature fashion like Superman. Goodbye.